We're going to talk about a finite series. But first, we're going to use some of the formulas for finding terms in sequences. We're going to use the formula for an arithmetic and a geometric sequence. And then we'll get into how to use that in a series. So find n for a sequence in which a sub n is 229. So the nth term has that value. We just need to know what term number that is. First term is negative 115, and the common difference is 8. So that means this is arithmetic. So we'll use the formula a sub n equals a sub 1, the first term, plus the common difference times n minus 1. So in this case, a sub n is 229. That's the value of the nth term. First term is negative 115. The difference is 8. And n, the term number, is unknown. So 229 is what term number? Okay, so we can add this 115 over to the other side, and we'll get 344. And I'm going to go ahead and distribute that 8 equals 8n minus 8. We'll add that 8 and get 352. Equals 8n, and we can divide by 8 and find that n is 44. So this is the 44th term. 229 is the 44th term of that sequence. Okay, find d. So once again, it is an arithmetic sequence, so same formula. A sub 8, so the 8th term is negative 12. The first term is 51. We do not know d. 8 is n, so negative 12 is the 8th term. So 8 minus 1. So I will subtract this 51, so negative 12 minus 51, that's negative 63, equals, and 8 minus 1 is 7, so 7d. And we'll divide both sides by 7 and find that the common difference here is negative 9. Find the first term in a sequence in which the 31st term is 197. We want the first term, so a sub 1 equals. The common difference is 10. That shouldn't be an equals there. That should be plus 10 times n is 31, so that's 31 minus 1. Okay, so that's 197 equals a1, the first term, and then this is 10 times 30, so that's 300. And we'll subtract that from 197. And last on this page, find n for this sequence. Now there's an r, so this one has a common ratio, which means it is geometric. So the formula is a sub n equals a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. Okay, so we're looking for n. So a sub n is 896. We just need to find out what term number that is. First term, 3.5, times r, which is 2, to the n minus 1 power. Now, I can't multiply 3.5 and 2 because by order of operations, I have to do powers before I can multiply. But I can divide by 3.5. So if I divide 896 by 3.5, I get 256 equals 2 to the n minus 1 power. I'm going to change that into log form because logarithms help me find exponents. So log, and the base is 2. The argument is 256. and the exponent is n minus 1. Back in the logarithm unit, we learned that in any calculator that has a logarithm button, we can do the change of base formula, log of the argument divided by log of the base. Okay, so log 256 divided by log 2 equals 8. And then I need to add that 1, so I get n equals 9. All right, a finite series. So sequence is a list of numbers like 1, 2, 3. Series means the sum of that list of numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. In this case, that's 10. And that is S sub 4, meaning the sum of those 4 terms. Okay, in a geometric sequence, 1 plus 4 plus 16 plus 64 is that sequence expressed as a series. All that adds up to 85, and that is the sum of the first 4 terms. Okay, to evaluate a finite series, there's a formula for arithmetic, there's a formula for geometric, and we'll just talk about them as they come up. So here is a sequence, 14, negative 8, negative 14, negative 8, negative 2. Looks arithmetic to me, so negative 8 minus negative 14, that's 6. Negative 2 minus negative 8 is also 6. So that is our common difference. Okay, so the sum of the first 27 terms of an arithmetic sequence, S sub 27, equals n over 2, 27 over 2, times the first term, negative 14, plus the last term, which means I actually need to know the value of the 27th term. So using the arithmetic formula, a sub 27 equals the first term plus the common difference times n minus 1, so 27 minus 1. Okay, so negative 14 plus 6 times 26 is 142. So the first term is negative 14, the last term is 142. So 27 over 2 times negative 14 plus 142. So the sum of the first 27 terms is 1,728. Okay, this next one, 3, negative 6, 12, alternating signs, that's going to have to be geometric. So negative 6 over 3 is negative 2. 12 over negative 6 is also negative 2, so that is my common ratio. Okay, so the formula for the first 8 terms, S sub 8, equals the first term minus the first term times r to the n power, so that's times negative 2 to the 8th power, over 1 minus r, 1 minus negative 2. Okay, so I'm going to put my numerator in parentheses, 3 minus 3 times negative 2 to the 8th power. I'll close the parentheses on that numerator. Divided by 1 minus negative 2, that is 3. Negative 255 is the sum of the first 8 terms of that sequence. Find the sum of the first 30 terms of this sequence. 0.3, 0.6, 1.2. Kind of looks like it's multiplying to me, so 0.6 over 0.3, that's 2. And 1.2 over 0.6 is also 2. So this has a common ratio of 2. So the sum of the first 30 terms is the first term, 0.3, minus the first term, 0.3, times r, which is 2, to the n power, and I'm dealing with 30 terms here, over 1 minus r, so 1 minus 2. 0.3, let me put that in parentheses first, actually. 0.3 minus 0.3 times 2 raised to the 30th power, divided by 1 minus 2, and that's negative 1. So I get 322,122,546.9. So that's 322,122,546.9.